What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going down? What's shaking? Welcome to another episode of Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. Now, you may notice that I'm on the iPad right now today, this evening, and that is because some of the comics that I review are digital comics, and I used to put my iPad under the camera and the light reflected, and that's some bullshit. So I'm about to take it up just a little bit and use the screen recording feature on my beloved little iPad. Now, what we're talking about a mature comic highlights. Okay, exclamation point, mature comic. And when I say mature comic, I mean somebody. I would say like 16 years old up. That's the way I would do it. I would give it to my son if he was 16, up into adulthood. Now, this is coming from the cats over at Saturday AM. And if you've listened to my podcast, you know that there's a couple of brothers actually, and a sister got together, and they formed Voltron. No, I'm just playing. They formed a manga conglomerate where folks from around the planet who aren't necessarily Japanese get together and create high quality manga. Okay, so the brother over there is Frederick Jones. I've had him on my show multiple times, and as a matter of fact, just for the hell of it, let me see if I can pull up. Let's see how far I can push this screen recording thing. SoundCloud interface is a little funky, but let me see if I can find my shit. And okay, well, hot diggity damn. So right here, let's see if it'll play.
What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going down? What's shaking? Welcome to Jonathan Soul's podcast. This is Jonathan Soul speaking with you now. I got a terrific team that I want to bring to you guys today. A lot of us grew up with comics and so forth, and then the next generation behind us was into the manga thing. Well, it looks like this team I have right now is taking that to a whole nother level. Family, I'm talking about Saturday AM. Under the leadership of these fantastic folks, I'm talking Frederick Jones, Raymond Brown, Andrea Veroz, and Adunze Ogugo.
You're doing great, man.
Now, I was laughing because I was so afraid I was going to fuck that brother's name up. He goes by Whyt Manga, like that's his artist name, but he's a Nigerian brother by way of Texas, I believe. And so anywho, so all these people got together like Voltron, and they got people from all over the planet: Afghanistan, South America, America, of course, Europe, different places, the Slavic countries. The sister, I think, is from Slavic country, and they're doing manga, high quality manga. So this is the mature offering, okay, over on Saturday PM. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my go back here. So Saturday PM. So Agunze, we call him Whyt Manga. He came up with this particular story idea called Bacassi. That's the way I'm pronouncing it, Bacassi. And I tell you, I think this is more or less for the fellas. And I say that because they got this beautiful cosplay model interview, at the end of the book, which I think is beautiful. So let's get into it. So let's get into Bekasi. And that was a hell of a long intro there. Me personally, I do like to read the notes from the editor. There's a couple of outfits out there that are trying to tap into the manga piece, and they're definitely reaching out to other artists besides Japanese people. And so, who originated it, the art form or whatever. And shout out to all the Japanese brothers that brought us stuff like Ghost in the Shell and, Afro Samurai and Full Metal Alchemist, Hellsing, all that good stuff. But, I'm kind of getting to the manga thing really heavy for the first time because I only approached it from the anime side of the game. All right, then, Bacassi, what's this about? All right, then, it's about, so, long story short, demons have come to the planet, and they live in amongst the humans. So, that's the long and short of it. So, they got jobs, they got bills, they form relationships. That's what's going on. That's the long and short of it. All right, then, so, but our characters that we want to pay attention to are Damon, Shauna and Wilton. All right. Okay, and the town is called Bekasi. All right then. So we get here. That's some cute artwork. So you go in here the manga side of the game. So right now, Damon is waking up from, I guess, a coma, a long sleep or something, from anesthesia or whatever. He was in some kind of a fight. This is Damon, and he's waking up here. Okay, wow, that's a scary looking doctor. All right then. So he's in the hospital, and this nurse, oh my gosh, okay, hello nurse. All right then, where am I? Let's see here. Relax, Damon, you're safe with me. What's going on? What's with the straps? It's for your own protection or whatever. You know what I mean? Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna take good care of you. And it's like, okay, all right. Well, I mean, if it's God's will, I guess the sexy nurse gotta take care of me. You know what I mean? What's this? This chick is straight out of a porn intro. So this is a Gunze's style. He got a cheek, a really cool, sarcastic sense of humor a little bit. I love his manga's drawing style because it's not that far off from what we would consider traditional comic book style of art. So to me, it's very approachable. You follow me? All right. So bouncy, bouncy. Okay. All right. And so I love how he kind of puts these little. Look at this. Look at the little readout. Horny. That's hilarious. Look at this. What the fuck? To me, I enjoy kind of stuff like that. All right, then you're exactly what I need. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. And he's like, all right, well, he's gonna let it happen. You know what I mean? I'm sick. I can't fight it. And so he's, I guess just gonna let it ride. Is what is this? What is this thing right here? And then he was like, I am your angel. It's like, cold blue crash car. Clear. And that's what happened to me. I was just struck out. I just was totally struck out. All right, then. So, so he's having the challenge with the sister and everything like that. Stop touching me, no. You know what I mean? So we're going through this whole thing. Now I'm rushing because what I want you to do, I want you to go to Saturday PM and I want you to buy the books. And I'll show you how to do that at the end. You know, just go to Saturday-PM and then look for issues and then you can buy it. Now these come out, I think he said bi-monthly or something like that. But anyway, so this is his boy and this is Wilton. Okay. Hey Damon, I got worried about you, buddy. Rude Wilton, you're interrupting our love mating. All right, so I think the nurse is a praying mantis. I think something like that. And this is Wilton. I guess he got glasses, so he must be the smart one. That's the way they do it. That's how they do it. And anyway, so he's kind of getting this boy out of the hospital. Yeah, he's also has some amnesia. And then I love the fourth wall vibration. Okay, exposition nerd. All right, so now he's going to remind us, just in case we didn't read the little intro page. He's just kind of informing us, okay, so for years now, demons from the underworld dimensions live in peace with humans on Earth for now. Basically, they're screwed up just like us. And so we can take a look. And you know what this reminds me of? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I keep mentioning the movie Ad Infinitum. No, Adam. Basically, it's called Immortal. It's a French sci-fi film. But instead of demons, it was just aliens living on Earth with humans and the politics and all the kind of stuff with it. But that's what we're looking at here. You know, I'm trying to remember something else that reminds me of. But you guys have been in the comics a long time too, so you can probably come up with your own things. But yeah, man, this look like he's downtown Main Street. You know, people doing their thing. And so our nurse, this is why our nurse looks like an abomination. You know what I mean? Okay, I remember that dumbass. What I can't recall is how I got here. I got jumped by some guys, and then they make a joke about him. So anyway, so this lady looks like she's kind of walking kind of fast down the hallway. That's interesting. And okay, so she's hiding from somebody. Obviously, there's a four-armed guy and there's a guy looking back. I love the way this thing zooms in and out. This is so dope. All right then. So anyway, so she's looking. You know, I feel a disturbance in the force. You know, that kind of a thing. And so anyway, so now she's running. And then the doctor says, no running, you know, kind of a thing. And oh, she got a little tail. Okay, so she's one of those demon type creatures. All right, so now find out that the town of Bacassi, does not have single payer health care. So they are screwed like the rest of us. All right, so anyway, so she's running and they're walking. And she's running and they're walking. And she's running and they're walking. And then, of course, kapow! And it looks like he didn't put his pants on. He got the open gown. And so they run into the little girl. Watch it, or you're just blind. And then he was like, "Oh hell no, young lady, I ain't in the mood. Your ass got 3 eyes and you still can't see for shit." That's hilarious. That can't see for shit. That's a Southern thing. That must be a Doomsay's Texas upbringing coming in there. So anyway, so they start beefing or whatever. And so it kind of goes on from there. The bad guys eventually find her, and the bad guys eventually find him, and then this kind of sets up the story. So I think this is kind of dope for people who like this kind of content. People who like the manga style. It's not bang zap pow necessarily, because this is just the first issue, but it's getting there. And there's more content like this on Saturday-PM. Saturday-PM. Now, the other thing that I mentioned, and I said that why I think I really like this book, is toward the end. So if I go down to the bottom, let me see. Is this it? Here we go. If I go down to the bottom. Well, looky here. Look at this interview. This is an interview with a cosplay. And actually, when I interviewed Fred Jones over at Saturday AM on my podcast, JonathanSoul.com, he mentioned this. He mentioned doing something like this, but it didn't happen at that point. So it's beautiful to see it kind of come to pass. Beautiful, definitely beautiful. So anyway, so he interviews a sister and everything, and it's a straight up interview. It's not just like what I mean. And I gotta be honest with you, I kind of think that this needs to happen. I think this needs to happen, this kind of thing, because you want to have your mind stimulated, but people are people; they're not just objects, and so it's good to, if you got the patience, you know what I mean, to kind of sit down and read and say, hey, okay, all right, kind of a thing. And you might see these young ladies at these cons that you guys go to. So anyway, so that's the gist of it. If you want to buy it, you got to go to Saturday-PM, Saturday-PM.com. And there's several books up there. Let me see if I can just go there real quick before we close out. If I go to Saturday, let's go Saturday-PM.com. All right, let's see what happens. Saturday PM, mature manga. You see what I'm saying? That's what I kept saying. It's not for kids. God damn it. Kind of a thing. I just want you guys to be clear. All right. Now, this is still in the digital vibration right now, but I think that they'll definitely. Now, can I tell you something? As excited as I am about what Adunze is doing, there's this one kid from someplace, I don't know, someplace, Syria or someplace like that. He came up with a concept where I think everybody on the planet was a superhero and he was the only villain. And so I think that thing was like Codename Villain or something. So you can look at these covers, yo. Look at these covers. So it's going to be, straight up manga art. But the covers are boss. Here you go, Codename Villain. This is the one I wanted to check out. So I bought 3 of these last night. So I'm going to go through them. But yeah, so definitely check out Saturday PM for more mature content. And you saw the book, so you get a sense of what we're talking about. We're not talking about porn. We're just talking about, you might see some tatas or some sexual innuendo, definitely some profanity and some violence. And then Saturday AM is more the mainline, more kid friendly, kind of stuff. Not childish type stuff, but more mainstream, I guess you could say, type comics. But the thing about Saturday AM PM, which is unique, is that they have artists from around the planet, different countries, bringing their own cultural perspective to bear in their art. So they're not trying to copy the Japanese per se. They're trying to express themselves through this manga style. All right? Jonathan Soul, JonathanSoul.com. Go to JonathanSoul.com to check out all my content, my interviews with the artists and creators and publishers, like the folks over at Saturday AM and PM.